Hey, Seth, are you in the dumpster?
Yeah, just like I told you.
Why?
Come on in.
I don't want to get in this dumpster.
For me. Look, it's not that okay. It's not that dirty. So you're probably wondering why I'm in this dumpster.
Uh-huh.
I can tell you plenty when you come on inside.
This seems vaguely threatening. Okay. All
Yeah,
right, I'm jumping in.
Excellent audio work from your feet there. That was great. Sounded just like you were jumping in. Why are you running in place?
No, that was me getting a running start to dive into the dumpster.
Well, inside the dumpster. There's a smaller dumpster inside.
Yeah, it's like one of those little Russian dolls.
Yeah.
It's just another dumpster inside.
I'm glad you could join me. You're probably wondering why I'm in here.
Yeah, you've been missing for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I've decided to become a full-time dumpster diver.
Cool.
And part of me doesn't. I'm not sure if I fully know what that means yet, but it's kind of working. Well, the town dump kicked me out. First of all, you'll notice I'm in a dumpster and not like an entire town dump. I realized last time I just kept calling it the town dump, and that's not actually a common phrase. It's usually like junkyard or something.
Yeah, I was wondering why we moved from our regular studio over there. And by studio, I mean just like collection of trash.
I mean, thankfully, there's still a studio. You might notice there are microphones sticking out of various points in the wall.
Uh-huh. How did you get these installed?
You know, just some faith.
Uh-huh. And duct tape.
So the problem is dumpster diving as a career really depends on what people throw out. So I've not been doing the best, like livelihood-wise.
Yeah. What's the best thing you found?
There's some interesting things. I kind of got them stockpiled up, but part of that's what kind of I'm gonna go through bit by bit because can't spin it all in one place. But basically, I've picked up a second job. I decided I'm gonna be a superhero. So since this is a new form of media, and the whole mainstream media market's filled with like military propaganda and superhero movies. I mean, I thought I'd dip my toes into that a little bit. Just kind of get a taste of that.
Just get a little bit of it, yeah.
When you're an artist on Tumblr.com, you first make fan art, and then that draws the audience, and then you make your original art. And then
that does not get any notes because people on Tumblr do not care for original artists.
Because people only like the post and they don't reblog. This is a very niche joke. I'm glad that we've really
found we found our market.
So basically, I'm going to be a superhero now, and I got a list going on of kind of various identities that I might try out. I just kind of want to run them by you, see your opinions, see what maybe it lands best.
Yeah.
The first one, Lady Inkblot. I walk around and my whole costume is basically based on the Rorschach test. So villains are helpless because they either see like a butterfly or their parents' violent divorce or like a bad dream they once had.
No, I think that could really work. Yeah, just really mentally scar your opponents.
I think Lady Inkblot has a lot of potential. It kind of sucks I put that one first.
That's a big one to start with.
But yeah. That's one of them.
Got it.
Rorschach is, I think that's how you say it.
Rorschach, I believe.
Rorschach.
Yeah. Rorschach.
Rorschach. Maybe Lady Rorschach too.
What would the costume itself look like? Would it just be like a cool graphic T-shirt with like a picture of it, or would it be like a full outfit?
I was thinking like a body morph suit, like it just
in the shape of those. Would you have like big
big? You're doing a pose that makes it look like pool floaties, and yes,
pool floaties are a major component.
But we can't put all our eggs in one basket.
Of course not.
The next one I have the Tapeworm. You may notice I'm doing a naming convention similar to Heroes, where it's like title something.
The
blank. The Tapeworm.
The Tapeworm.
Basically, I hide in villains' food when it's not thoroughly cooked. And cooked to the right temperature, and so when they eat it, I go into their intestines, and whenever they eat food, I eat their food. So they're not getting the food they need, and they starve to death.
Okay, a couple questions on that one. How do you get into their food? First of all,
I just crawl in. I just slither in.
Favorite Hogwarts house. And you crawled right into that one.
Man, I love my favorite house is the lion one, the tapeworm, the big brain bird, and
That
the
mole.
gay stoner.
Never forget your house,
The
Wumpus.
gay furry stoner. The next one.
Now, okay, I have a couple more questions about the tapeworm. This is really
Yes.
important. This is an important superhero to dive into here. So you hide in their food that's not cooked to the correct temperature, yes?
Yes.
You run the risk of being cooked alive.
That is a risk I am willing to take for justice. The next one is Little Death. It's based on... Little Death? Like, don't fear the little death, which my weakness is, unfortunately, if someone has a Gom Jabbar, then I die.
One, what is a gum jabbar?
And listen to the McElroys.
That's not fair. Also,
So basically, I have Grim Reaper robes. Just let me explain.
yeah, no,
what
of course,
this
of course.
is. I have Grim Reaper robes, and I'm very small.
Little,
And people are afraid of me sometimes.
sometimes.
Gom Jabbar is present,
I don't get that joke.
and those are four that
No, okay, no, I have to. You know what little death is, right?
is when you die a very small amount.
No,
And so I know these aren't
No, I'm very
strong-
concerned about you, Seth. You've been out here in this dumpster for 3 weeks. Are you okay?
Well, listen. I know that these aren't the strongest superheroes, especially because I don't... Well, this is kind of confusing. I don't have superpowers, I think.
The think is a weird thing there. Yeah, how do you mean you think?
Kind of brings me to my next one. So there's been this thing kind of going on since after the first episode. What the fuck is... Oh my god. Hey, Avi, is that a Minecraft zombie?
Where?
It's a Minecraft zombie.
I mean, that's got to be just somebody like cosplaying, right?
I don't
No, that's a block. That person's straight up a square.
That is a... They're making the Minecraft zombie noise, and I think you're getting closer.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Okay, do you...
Hey, what's up? Can we help you? Yeah. Oh god. Avi.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Close it! Close it!
Well, Avi. I'm a zombie now.
Uh-huh,
And
yeah.
that's kind of a lot to go through. Technically, I'm a zombie superhero.
Yeah, I mean, hey, being a zombie is kind of a superpower.
It's really a lot of weird circumstances, and it's been hitting me really hard these past few minutes.
No, for sure.
Well, it's been a really hard time for me. So you know what I need, Avi? I need some positive media representation, and let me tell you, Marvel is absolutely on top of their game when it comes to diversity in media.
No.
So today,
No.
you watch as I'm dusting off a set of ancient tomes, grimy and covered together, about 5 in total. Avi, today I'm going to talk to you about the Marvel Comics Marvel Zombies comic series storyline, a series of comics by Marvel Comics, titled Marvel Zombies by Marvel Comics. Welcome to today's Dumpster Dive.
Marvel Zombies, a comic book series by Marvel?
Yeah. So, welcome to our topic. Because, I'm really craving that media representation. Because, man...
There's just not enough zombies in media.
Not enough zombies in media. And they had that very brave scene in The Avengers where a man talked about his zombie husband. And, that was a lot of bravery. That was very
really,
brave
yeah.
of the... I forgot the brothers' names.
Russo?
I don't really care. So, straight from the Wikipedia horse's mouth.
That Wikipedia horse that gives you all that information.
Thors. Marvel Zombies is a 5-issue limited series published from December 2005 to April 2006 by Marvel Comics. The series was written by Robert Kirkman with art by Sean Phillips and covers by Arthur Soydam. It was the first series in the Marvel Zombie series of related stories. No.
No, okay, but where's the crossover with the X-Men?
I believe the X-Men are involved. Actually, the X-Men are very heavily involved in this because
Jesus.
we've talked about this outside of the show, but X-Men and Marvel are the same.
I know. Where's the crossover? That was a serious question.
Oh, they're very much ingrained in this, actually. So you might have noticed, I said Robert Kirkman.
That's like a person.
That's the same Robert Kirkman who made the Walking Dead comic series, among many other things.
Oh, his zombies are like his thing.
Yeah. At least I think he touches on that a lot. I know he does a lot of other work. I found that while like doing this, but I didn't write any of it down.
Mostly the zombies.
I also mentioned Sean Phillips and Arthur Soydam, who are both like exceptionally talented and well-known artists in the comics world. Their work's pretty well known, and like Arthur Soydam makes most like big fancy covers.
Ooh, and I'm glad they're putting their work towards this incredibly important and memorable piece of media.
That's the thing. We're swinging in, coming with pretty big names, and I have some opinions.
Can I see a picture? Can I Google a picture of what this looks like, just to get a sense?
For sure.
I am. All right, enraptured radio audience. I am now Googling on my cellular phone what this looks like, and I'm gonna have to type in the full.
Just Marvel zombies.
Zombies. Ooh, Resurrection.
That would probably be
Marvel Zombies Funko Pop. Ooh.
Oh, that's nasty. Babe, they do a fun thing where like it's famous covers. Like the one I'm looking at right now is the Amazing Spider-Man cover, but Spider-Man's a big old zombie.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait.
I can't see your phone screen.
No, are these just famous Marvel characters but as zombies?
Well, we're getting into that.
Are these not new characters?
Now, do you want to guess what this episode's about, or do you want me to read my extensive, beautiful note? Oh, God.
Please go ahead.
Sorry, my eye fell out because I'm a zombie.
Oh, yeah. I got that for you, yeah.
No, thanks. Your hand is cold. Just saying. So these are some notes before we get into the universe that are still kind of important things to note. Mm-hmm. So the zombies in this universe are not slow. They have the same speed that they had before zombification, including superhuman speed if that was a power they had.
That's fucking terrifying.
They retain the same intelligence and personalities that they had in life too. They speak, they make plans. There's a straight up a scene where they like use rescue helicopters to deliver people to them to feed.
Okay, then is the only difference that they eat people?
They're basically like if you or I decided, let's eat people. But also they're rotting. In fact, sorry, that's actually the next one, but they have superpowers also. They keep whatever superpowers they had before. The edgy kicker about this is that their big bad hunger overrides their emotions and sense of morality.
Wow.
And so they like feel bad about eating people they love, but still eat the people that they love. They still do it.
Okay,
But then for some reason, by the second comic, Spider-Man is the only superhero zombie who can still feel guilt. There's a lot there. And the others are just kind of cool with being zombies that eat people.
Okay.
And again, they keep whatever superpowers they had before, except for like Wolverine. He doesn't keep his healing factor, and so he still like rots.
Weird. Question.
Yeah.
If Iron Man is a zombie, his suit doesn't rot. Right?
For the art, it still rots, but
because that does not make any sense. So it's just a rotting corpse inside of an Iron Man suit.
Pretty much. It's just a really bad can of tuna.
Oh, but then how would anyone know that he's a zombie? Because he has the same personality, he has the same everything.
For the art, they like.
Is he like oozing out of it or something?
Like the suit's rotting for some reason too.
That's not.
It's like damaged.
That's just not realistic.
Well, I want you to think about our subject matter we're talking about today. Their mystical hunger. This is the final bullet for like the notes that for some reason don't really get brought up as much.
Okay.
Their mystical hunger fades if they manage to go long enough without eating, but a single bite of flesh sends them right back to being hungry.
Then just put them all in in the desert, and just let them like work through their hunger, and then come back and just continue to be productive members of society.
Yeah, those damn liberals letting zombies go wild.
Jesus Christ! Because I just if their hunger fades after a while, and they still have their morality, you'd assume.
You would assume. You'd assume they'd be smarter about this, but well.
Please continue.
I guess I'd just like to clarify, the comic itself is not bad. Some people may read it and like it. In fact, there's actually a big audience for it. I, however, hate it. I am not a fan myself because I personally just don't like the trend of like let's take things and make them edgy and gory and wrong just for the sake of doing it.
Oh, did you not like
much
Titans?
else.
Do you not like DC's Titans?
I don't know what that is actually. Maybe that's a dumpster dive reverse roll.
It's the Teen Titans, but live action.
Oh God. Okay, I saw the
buddy.
trailer.
Fuck Batman.
Fuck Batman.
Oh my God, you guys.
Oh my God, he said fuck.
You can't say that. Sorry, please continue.
Shout out ProZD, whose joke we stole. It's not a fun thing for me.
Yeah, just kind of taking up a love story and like making it dark and just for
Yeah.
fun. It's not fun.
It's
for a
like
lot
the
of people.
like creepypasta lost episodes. Like, are Ed and Eddie actually in purgatory?
SpongeBob is actually a dark retelling of
Moby
Dante's Inferno. We said some different things.
They're kind of the same.
Huh.
Anyway, so a lot of people were actually really confused when they saw this because a lot of people thought this would be like a funny kind of silly comic, like superheroes as zombies. What a concept!
What a wacky
And apparently
idea.
they do put in humor in it. They were actually a lot of people were really shocked when they started reading it, and one of the most like gruesome things is like Spider-Man eats Aunt May and like MJ and stuff. Like it's a really graphic, bad scene.
Well, that's fucked up.
And my iPad just locked me out.
I can't wait to see Tom Holland do that.
Not to mention every single positive review I've seen, because I actually read the reviews. It's pretty much you get 5 stars, 2 stars, or 1 stars.
Yeah.
Every like 5-star positive review amounts to the same exact thing. It literally will be like, wow, this is such dark humor. I was laughing my asshole off of me when I saw Spider-Man eating his girlfriend and aunt. Like, whoa. When T'Challa, I assume they don't say it right, T'Challa was running out of that zombie's lab after having his foot and arm slowly eaten off, I was hopping mad.
I was rolling
humor.
around on the floor laughing my ass off.
Lol. And I mean, granted, the comic specifically appeals to that sort of thing. It's not my cup of tea. And so for this episode, we're gonna set phasers to kill. All right, and I'm now going to open the wiki
Oh, it's got to be a fun place to be.
so that basically we can go over the narrative of it.
Oh, let us, yes.
Let us go over this narrative. The plot. And there may be some things I'll have to explain because it does give the plot as it would be when you read the comic. A lot of stuff is not explained.
Great, love it. No, I love that when it's like very specific and
Yeah.
you have no idea what the fuck anything means. That's my favorite thing.
So this actually plays on your favorite thing about Marvel that we've talked about, which is the Marvel Multiverse.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Within the Marvel Multiverse is an alternate Earth designated Earth 2149, which contains alternate zombie versions of Marvel superheroes. The story begins as an unknown superhero from another dimension. Now, this is very fun. Unknown superhero is highlighted in blue, and it goes to Sentry. Sentry is the name of basically it's a random hero every single time. Like, basically, sometimes it's a dude with wings. Like it's a dude with armor, as you can see.
That's just a straight up dude with wings,
Showing
yeah.
Avi like a gladiator looking dude.
It's just Thor with wings.
Sometimes he just looks like Superman. Literally, the opening line is Sentry is the code name of several unrelated fictional characters appearing in comic books. The first Marvel Comics character to use the name was Sentry 459, which was a large android. Other models of the Sentry robot came out, and it would be like basically a robot thing.
Okay, and is this person from anywhere? Or is he just a random ass dude that just kind of shows up?
And that's the thing, since they all show up in different things, they all have different origins. It's just kind of a name.
That's okay. That's kind of a cool.
Kind of a Dread Pirate Roberts sort of.
Jesus, it is. That's kind of a cool concept. I like that. Good job, Marvel. Now ruin the rest of your story for me.
So the story begins as Sentry. They're referred to as an unknown superhero because they have a different design, but it's Sentry. Brought by the Hunger, crash lands before infecting the Avengers, X-Men, and Fantastic Four, and almost all of their superheroes immediately.
Sorry, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four, actually, I found out from this, has kind of their own thing going on, like the X-Men. Fantastic Four gets, like, fucked up.
I'm just imagining the stretchy guy as a zombie.
That just reminded me of how
with his arms stretching out.
I'm probably not going to do a dumpster dive on this one because this is already kind of the edgy Marvel storyline. But like in Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, he just stretches out.
Oh,
the
he like
stretchy man over and over, and that kills him.
yeah. He's
Because
like,
he goes forever.
I mean that works. And okay, is the big rock guy a zombie? Is
He's
he
actually on the
technically
cover.
is he technically human?
He's actually on the cover.
Oh yeah. How the fuck is he a zombie if he's rocks?
Actually, now that I'm looking at the cover, Iron Man is already having like he's for some reason in the old suit, and even though this is a 2006 cover, one of these superheroes is decapitated. So the infection spreads by contact with the blood of the victim. This just kind of tells you how zombies work. However, the zombie heroes retain most things. Yada, yada.
Yeah, they keep their personalities for some... Okay, yep.
And in fact, so Captain America early on loses the top half of his head. And he notes that he's still functioning with literally half a brain, having been partially decapitated by Magneto with his own shield. This is the fun part where we realize Magneto's kind of the hero for a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Let's be real. He's kind of always been the hero.
Yeah.
Let's put that out there, just so everyone knows my stance.
Just a funky gay man in a big purple hat unifying the pretty queer-coded mutants.
Who have been just kind of like prejudiced and discriminated against forever.
I didn't want to, like, since I'm presenting the information, I didn't want to just outright say it, but we're kind of the same on there.
Oh, yeah, no, come on. Yeah. But yeah, so he takes off half of Captain America's head with his own shield. Okay.
Yeah, Magneto's like fighting him off for a lot of this.
Fuck yeah,
he's
Magneto.
able to blast for a really long time. As the story begins, the Marvel zombies have already devoured all this is an interesting word, all non-transhuman human life. So all trans people are Wait, no,
all of the Marvel zombies are driving the down with cis bus.
So transhuman is apparently the word for if you don't have powers.
So they just eat everybody else.
Yeah, they eat every single just human being.
So like the 7 billion people on Earth.
Actually, it's defined as transhuman or transhuman with a hyphen between is the concept of an intermediary form between human and post-human. In other words, a transhuman is a being that resembles a human in most respects, but who has powers and... Wait, I may have misread. I think this was... non-transhuman. So transhuman is specifically one with powers. Okay. So they could have just said everyone who didn't have powers, but they just gave it the worst wording.
Wow. So they just kill everybody instantly.
And this is prefigured in Marvel Zombies, Dead Days, which is a later tie-in.
Ooh.
And so I guess that kind of expands on every single human being is dead.
Every single human being.
Every single human being is a zombie.
Huh.
The series begins when the crossover story arc ended between... It was something, but I don't actually care enough to...
something. It starts.
But Magneto destroys the cross-dimensional transporter after the Ultimate Fantastic Four and survivors escaped back to the Ultimate Universe. Which means, is the Fantastic Four, but they're in a universe called the Ultimate Universe.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of wild thing about the Fantastic Four and Magneto working together. Or against each other. I can't tell what that means.
Man, the Silver Surfer would be fucked up by Magneto. Just crush him. Because he's silver.
Silver Surfer's also actually in here.
Is he a zombie?
He's one of the few who last a bit longer. He's like Magneto right now, actually.
All right.
It's that is a wild pull, actually. So after a battle with the zombies, Magneto learns that the Acolytes and Forge are still on Asteroid M. There's a few things I need to break down properly.
Yeah, what is that?
The Acolytes I found out are just... I actually made a mistyping in my personal notes and put Magneta. So that's the awful... female version of Magneto.
Gross.
Sorry, I misread. Magenta, from Blue's Clues.
She's in the Marvel universe.
The Acolytes are the mutants that follow Magneto around. I guess that's their name.
Okay.
Kind of their little organization. Forge is just another random hero. He's from like X-Men verse, and he like sells guns and things.
Good for him. They're on a meteor?
I kind of like his design because it's really dumb. Hang on.
Is it just a big Minecraft forge, like a Minecraft anvil?
It's a man, a mustache.
Look
like
at that pose.
A mustache.
He's
doing a very good
He's doing
pose.
a sexy little pose.
He's in like the tight X-Men spandex, but he's holding a gun.
Love that for him.
He's also got that like old comic buffness, that like 80s buff where it just
unnecessarily
breaks dimensions.
buff.
And they're alive on Asteroid M. Asteroid M is in an issue of What If, which is apparently something else, that asks, what if Magneto ruled all mutants? Magneto and the remainder of mutant kind reside and travel the universe in Asteroid M. So it's kind of his base. I assume it stands for Magneto or something.
I'm sorry. There's a What If comic?
I guess so, which I just found out, actually.
That's
clicking hyperlinks.
You can just make other universes, Marvel.
Oh, they do all the time.
It doesn't have to be a what if this happened. You can just do it.
Yeah.
One or the other, Marvel. Don't just like, ooh, what if this? Fuck you. Sorry, continue. I don't like Marvel. Continue.
However, before he's able to reach Asteroid M, he is attacked once again and killed and eaten by zombies, though he manages to, in his final moments, behead the zombified Hawkeye. He just takes Hawkeye's head off.
Okay. I have a lot of... Okay, I have some questions. So he's going through space, correct?
Oh, that's a good question.
How the fuck is Hawkeye there?
Well, I mean, they're all there. Actually, I don't want to
How?
spoil, but they're all able to go into space.
Why?
Because they're zombie. They don't need to breathe.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
So that means if you think you're safe going in the water, you go down. They can't breathe. They don't...
I was gonna say Aquaman, but he's
Aquaman came from another wormhole.
Are there any water Marvel? Like big?
Yeah, they have their own Aquaman, Prince Neptune or whatever. He's just this man.
He's just the guy from SpongeBob.
He just has like a thong.
Good.
A green
Hey,
thong.
All right.
That's all.
But okay, so they can go in space. That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
We'll also be getting to that. There's a whole arc about... I don't want to spoil things.
No, please, yeah.
Now, I love how this is written. I'm going to reread the last line. Though he manages to behead the zombified Hawkeye, the Silver Surfer arrives on Earth.
He just shows up.
Silver Surfer arrives on Earth and informs the zombies that his master Galactus...
Who is Galactus?
Is en route to devour the planet. Galactus is a recurring villain who, basically he's super big. He walks around space. Somehow he walks and he goes and he eats planets. That is his entire character. He's a big purple-headed man. He looks kind of like Ultra Lord from Jimmy Neutron.
I did not watch Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, cuck.
So okay, Silver Surfer works for him?
Apparently.
Why?
I didn't actually know that, but in this case, he works for the Galactus.
Uh-huh.
The zombies attack the Silver Surfer, who is overpowered and devoured by several of the former superheroes, and then it lists who eat him.
Yeah.
It says Colonel America, which I think... So in this version, he's Colonel America instead of Captain America.
Why? That's such a worse name.
Iron Man, Giant Man.
Who's Giant Man?
Spider-Man, Luke Cage, the Hulk, and Wolverine. And that sounds like a McElroy goof of just like, aw, man, and then Wolverine eats him.
And Luke Cage shows up and eats him. Oh, my God.
And then Deadpool comes up and his butt falls out. And he's like, chimichangas.
I'm so sorry. Who is Giant Man?
He's just a man who gets big, I think.
Is that not the Hulk?
After acquiring a portion of the power cosmic, they slaughter most of the remaining zombies, intent on satiating their hunger despite the latter's unpalatability.
Okay. So just that group
I think
eats everybody else.
I think the Marvel zombies begin eating other zombies. But basically, they're like, the zombies don't taste as good.
Well, yeah, that would make sense because they're zombies. Also, they're super... Do you eat the rock guy from the Fantastic Four? Do you just eat him?
Sure. I think they eat zombies that weren't superheroes.
No, because they already did that.
No, they ate all of the people who weren't superheroes. And I think they're now eating... Wait. Yeah, because they becomes... Are there human zombies?
Here's what I think...
I should have done research on that.
No, here's what I think happened. They kill everybody, every human, not superhero, on Earth. They eat them or they kill them. Mm-hmm. That's just what happened.
That's probably
And
it.
now that main group that ate the Silver Surfer is eating every other superhero zombie.
I think you're right.
I think that's what happened. Because that sounds like the kind of bullshit that they would come up with.
Then return to Earth to find Magneto.
Did they just show up again? They're just here again?
They return to Earth.
Okay, but
I
Magneto...
think they fly the meteor. Sorry, the asteroid M. The asteroid M, which stands for a meteor.
Asteroid meteor, yeah.
But instead discover a still living Black Panther.
How is he alive still?
The Panther has escaped from the lab of the zombie Giant Man, who has been keeping him alive as a food source, as a result of which the Panther is now missing an arm and a foot.
Okay.
Zombie Wasp gets into an argument with her husband, Giant Man, when she discovers with her husband when she discovers was hoarding.
Was hoarding, yeah.
Was is the writing. The Black Panther, and promptly decapitates. Wait. Oh, sorry. Giant. I misread this at first. I thought Wasp decapitated Giant Man. Giant Man decapitates the Wasp. Bites off her head, which then remains sentient.
Wait. Okay, now there's a lot to unpack there. So first of all, he kept him. Okay, so Giant Man, who I've literally heard about just first today, because who the fuck is Giant Man? So he was keeping Black Panther alive as a food source.
Mm-hmm.
How did he have the restraint to not eat him all of it?
I think he was trying to thin him off. I think he's supposed to be comparatively one of the good guys. Which shows a lot about the moral compass in this comic.
Wow.
So then, after observing the Wasp's head begging for flesh, I think you can only kill them by destroying the brain, which is confusing. Captain America.
Sorry, Colonel America.
Colonel America. I think it just goes between Colonel and Captain.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's a mystery for me.
Oh, wait, sorry. So what happened to Black Panther? Did he escape?
Maybe it's the entirety of the brain. But
Okay.
He escapes, and then Black Panther reasons that the hunger is more psychological than physical.
Uh-huh.
So that's where it comes with the whole, like, the hunger, if you don't eat long enough, you eventually stave it off.
I guess
I'm also confused because it's apparently magic. And
can't just throw that in now.
I've said that. It's like mystical.
You can't just
like
throw that in.
hunger.
Also it's magic.
Also
no,
it's magic.
Bullshit. Sorry, continue.
The zombies have decided that the flesh of other zombies just isn't satisfying.
It's just not tasty.
Galactus then arrives on Earth, known
I
as...
forgot he was coming.
Keep in mind, he's known in like several universes. Like, he's the biggest bad there is.
This big man walking
he
over
eats a planet in one bite. Then, as he arrives on Earth, he's attacked by the zombies. He's able to repel them easily, but then Giant Man, Iron Man, and Bruce Banner create a device. Now, I guess Bruce Banner... I don't know how Bruce Banner Hulk zombie works.
That's actually very interesting. Is he a zombie when he turns back?
Probably. I assume so. Because they create a device that amplifies the power they gain from the Silver Surfer, because apparently they gain power, but that's not really talked about.
Uh-huh.
And then together with Colonel America, Luke Cage, Spider-Man, and Wolverine are able to injure Galactus.
Uh-huh.
The cosmic-powered zombies fight off zombified versions of several supervillains, although Colonel America is killed by the Red Skull. And then they proceed to devour Galactus. Giant Man, the Hulk, Iron Man, Luke Cage, Spider-Man, and Wolverine are then infused with Galactus's power cosmic, power cosmic, and the group thus becomes Collective Galacti. And at this point, you'll see in much art they're wearing like robes and they fly.
And they're zombies.
5 years later.
No. What?
Black Panther, the Acolytes, and the Wasp, restored with a cybernetic body. The Wasp now has a body.
Uh-huh.
Return to Earth. Because apparently they left at some point.
Were they on the asteroid?
The Acolytes were there, so maybe. Find the planet depopulated.
Yeah, because everyone's fucking dead.
Unknown to them, although it is one hypothesis, the zombie Galacti have taken their hunger to the stars.
That's actually terrifying. I love that.
Is where we get to the plot twist. They have eaten everybody. And now they got to find a new food source.
Everybody, like everybody?
Everybody.
It's okay, just everyone in the universe.
Yeah, well, I think in the universe, yes. And they're just kind of hunting what's left. The planet for sure. And I think other planets they also demolish.
Because
in the final scenes of the first comic, an intelligent alien race on a distant planet is fearful of the coming of Galactus, as they can see the signs of his imminent arrival in the night sky. To their horror, the zombie Galacti land on their world instead, and immediately begin to consume the populace, and that's basically what happens.
Wow. So
they become the new Galactus.
But they don't eat the planet, they eat the people on the planet.
Yeah. Now we can get into the sequels.
Okay, so yeah, that was the end of the first comic?
The first comic. And
not even the first comic series.
I don't think it was a series. Well, it may have been series. But there are 5 things.
Fucking hell.
5 items.
Uh-huh.
And I'm obviously not going to read all of them. A lot of this is going to be summary. So in the sequels, an intercompany crossover between Marvel and Dynamite Entertainment published from May to September 2007, which is weird because that goes against the lines of it being 2005 to 2006. Don't know what that's about. Years aren't correct.
Yeah.
They provided information as to the source of the zombie infection in the 5-part limited Oh, it's an after series. My bad.
Wasn't it Century? Wasn't he the problem?
Well, he carried the problem. He was the carrier.
Okay, then why do we care?
I don't know. He was the rat for the plague. And
I guess
they're talking about the flea that the rat had.
Whoa.
Basically.
Damn, it's deep.
As the source, they provided information as to the source of the zombie infection in the 5-part limited series titled Marvel Zombies versus the Army of Darkness Marvel. And Army of Darkness by Dynamite. In July of the same year, a one-shot graphic novel, Marvel Zombies Dead Days, provided more story details. That was the one where they're just eating everybody.
Great.
And then also in one of the random Black Panther storylines, the zombies made an appearance in the last page of the 27th issue.
Of the official Black Panther storyline?
I guess so, yeah.
Why?
It's Black Panther Volume 4, number 28 to 30. I don't know how comic numbers work.
No idea. Huh.
And then there's a sequel to the original series, the 5-issue Marvel Zombies 2.
2?
And then 3.
Why did they go back?
3 was 4 issues. Okay, I'm getting how the comics work now.
Yeah.
Marvel Zombies 4 was 4 issues. Wait. Over the summer of 2000. Oh, it features characters from Marvel's horror comics like Man-Thing, Morbius the Living Vampire, Werewolf by Night, and Mephisto.
Wait, what is Man-Thing?
Man-Thing. There's no blue link to it. It's just what you see is what you get.
It's a Man-Thing.
It might be what you get. Marvel Zombies 5, 5 issues. And then
So wait, I'm so sorry. So they had the horror. They had people from the horror series in there as well. Were they zombies?
I assume so, yeah. Or turned into zombies. Because
I want to see
a
a zombie vampire. I want to see that.
Blood.
Blue.
Blood, I'm zombie.
But you still have your personality and morals and shit.
Marvel Zombies Return, which I think was the final bit.
Here they come.
Is a 5-issue miniseries that begun in 2009.
That's too soon. That's too recent. And it's 2020 and 2009 is too recent for this.
For some reason, Zombies 4 ended in October 2010. So they did a weird workaround thing there. In 2006, the October issue of this stuff sucks. None of this is fun.
No, but that's wild that the timeline was that jumbled.
But in another humorous one-shot comic book that was also published in 2007, it featured the alternate universe animal hero. Do you want to guess who? So this is a character that you know.
Squirrel Girl.
No, but you're in kind of a correct range.
Okay, animal. Huh. Okay. It's not Squirrel. I know very slight hint.
In a movie that we very much enjoy.
It's not Birds of Prey.
Yeah, because
that's DC.
I'm proud of you.
I don't like Marvel movies.
There was a good one.
It wasn't Deadpool because I didn't go see that with you.
Think beyond. Think with your mind's eye.
I don't have one. Oh my god, how do I... I don't remember Marvel movies at all. Okay. So I didn't go see Black Panther.
To be fair, this hero's pretty vague.
No, I want to get it.
Tumblr shipped this character heavily with Nick Cage.
Okay, no.
It's me, John Mulaney. It's Spider-Ham.
God damn it!
And it was titled Ultimate Civil War Spider-Ham. Spider-Ham accidentally crosses over into Earth 2149 and becomes, as J. Michael Straczynski puts it, Undead Ham. And you know what they say about zombie Spider-Ham. Undead Ham.
I'm so sorry. So that's wild. So, okay, Civil War Spider-Ham.
Ultimate Civil War.
Ultimate Civil War. So it's better than the
Spider-Ham.
Captain America Civil War. Okay, Ultimate Silver War Spider-Ham.
Silver War.
So he just shows up in the zombie universe and then gets infected. Uh-huh.
You got it.
No, I got it. No, I understand.
And then Secret Wars 2015 is also something. The Marvel Zombies universe was featured in the 2015 Secret Wars storyline, where it also had its own tie-in miniseries. This is the 20th miniseries I've said.
Stop.
Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies.
Oh, God.
Now, what's weird is it says Age of Ultron, which is not the name of a hero, but is an entire storyline.
Yeah, that's like a whole...
I guess that means those fused. The Battle World domain of the Marvel Zombies is called the Deadlands, where Ultron's domain, called Perfection, and for some reason Annihilation's realm, which is another character, I guess, New Xandar, all are separated from the other Battle World domains by a wall called Shield, all caps, like Shield.
Ain't that the... Okay.
Which
None
is
of this
mostly
matters.
made from Ben Grimm. I don't know what any of those words I just said mean. Who is Ben Grimm and why is he a wall? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to know what's going on in this show.
Shit.
The zombies and Ultron's drones spent several years battling until they formed an alliance.
No. Wait, what zombies are left?
I guess it's still...
It's that's like solid 7.
I think it's the Galacti ones, basically.
Jesus.
The zombies and Ultron's drones spent several years battling until they
Lovers.
formed an alliance. They start by targeting the Deadland Resistance, which are the surviving heroes Vision, Wonder Man, and Jim Hammond.
Who is that?
I don't know, but that's just a dude's name.
How did they survive? I thought everybody
Jim
died.
Hammond sounds too much like John Hammond.
I think John Hamm every time I hear that. How did they survive? Because everybody died.
They gather those exiled beyond the wall. I guess they were in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, Ben Grimm or whatever.
They were inside of Mr. Ben Grimm.
Mr. Ben Grimm, who is the S.H.I.E.L.D. Continue.
I should have read through that part first. This was actually... I did not see this information.
This is just fucking wild.
This Secret Wars. That it was too secret.
Too secret. It's not even on the wiki.
At the time of the attack, the three heroes have managed to rescue a version of Hank Pym exiled from a Wild West era zone. Because there was... This part I kind of know. There was also another universe, and it was Wild West. And it was full of zombies also. And he's able to use his counterpart's notes to devise a means of shutting down the hive mind of Ultron's drones, despite his more primitive background, at the cost of sacrificing Vision and Wonder Man.
It's always Vision, isn't it?
Vision just keeps getting
Just
fucked.
keeps sacrificing, because who cares about Vision, really?
I don't even know enough to, kind of retort and be like, well, he does this.
He doesn't do anything.
Scarlet Witch gets sad.
Twice.
Yeah.
Aw. I don't know, throw Vision to the wolves, who cares?
Wonder Man's android lover, now, I don't know who this is reconfigured so that she can die in Hammond's place.
Okay.
I guess wants
Who
to
is
save
his
John.
android lover?
There are no links to any of these, which is the most upsetting thing.
Oh, God.
During the core Secret Wars miniseries, Black Panther uses the zombies as an army to attack the now all-powerful Doctor Doom, who I guess was doing a lot of stuff during all of this.
Doing his own thing. Is Black Panther still alive, or is he a zombie now?
It's not clear, but he is using the zombies. Unless maybe he's like, hey, guys.
Follow me.
Look at
my
me, a
one
fellow
arm and one leg.
Look at me, a fellow zombie. See the missing limbs? Wait, no, he gave himself cybernetic enhancements. So.
Oh, he did, right. I forgot that.
Oh, man, I'm such a zombie. You guys definitely got to me, right? Anyways,
Go
Doctor Doom.
Go get the all-powerful Doctor Doom.
Suck him through the armor. 'Cause that's a tasty treat. And Doctor Doom, in his final stand, using his new King of the Dead status.
Wait, okay.
Oh, wait, Black Panther's King of the Dead.
Oh, so he's now a zombie.
Oh, I am a zombie, guys.
Oh, yeah, my bad, y'all.
Man.
Man.
I just have bad ADHD. I forgot. Anyways. You know how I think that's a pretty good impression of Black Panther.
That was
I might
great.
have to put a disclaimer that we did not actually get Black
steal.
Panther
Yeah.
from the Black Panther movie.
Yeah.
To
Chadwick Boseman, I believe his name is.
see, it's going like character, not actor. Like we actually got Black Panther.
We got the character
in the studio.
Yeah. In the studio with us today.
In this dumpster with us right here. Even so, he uses his new title as King of the Dead and the Siege Perilous. I don't know what the fuck that means.
There are too many fucking
I think that's
words.
a dude. To take the zombies directly to Doom's castle, although even this number is merely a distraction to keep Doom occupied while Reed Richards targets Doom's power source. I guess it's also a zombie.
This is the worst.
And that basically goes through the narrative of Marvel Zombies.
So wait.
That is at least the plot of Marvel Zombies, but we are not technically done.
Oh,
unless you
God.
want to be done.
No, we can keep going. This is just awful. I don't understand. So, was Doctor Doom the big bad that they're always gonna fight? Or did he just show up in the last act and like, oh, we gotta go kill Doctor Doom?
Yeah, I don't think there was ever really a big bad. For a lot of it, it's basically just like superheroes eating their loved ones, and they're eating more and more, and that's the conflict, and it kind of keeps building on itself, like a Dragon Ball or Supernatural situation.
But they sounded like they got through it. Because there was an army of zombies at the end, so they didn't eat everybody.
I think they did eat everyone, and Doctor Doom was maybe like the last one, but they also did have the morality of like stopping him, question mark.
See, if that doesn't make sense. Okay, I don't know why I'm trying to like find sense in this. This is nonsense. But wow. Why did they do that? Why is this a thing? This comic. Why did they do this?
Because they needed that. It's like how for Shadow the Hedgehog, they made the Shadow the Hedgehog game where he had a gun and cars.
Yeah.
They just needed to like really sharpen that edge.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
You want to talk about merchandise?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
There was merchandise made. There is a range of supporting merchandise based on the characters. Diamond Select have produced Marvel Zombies mini-mates, action figures, and a number of mini busts.
Uh-huh.
Which are just, it's the hero's titties.
I want Colonel America's titties
I'm saving up
on
for,
my shelf.
for Hulks, because, you know.
Tiggle bitties.
You know. Oh, you know.
Oh, you know. What, are there Funko Pops? I read online there were Funko Pops.
WizKids Hero Clicks has made appearances of zombie versions of Spider-Man, Captain America, Hulk, and Wolverine, even though it was Colonel America.
Yeah, excuse
as
everybody.
chase figures in the Supernova set. That's in quotation marks.
Uh-huh.
In the Mutations and Monsters set, there was an Iron Man, Giant Man, Spider-Man, and Galactus-powered Wolverine. Only Wolverine was Galactus-powered, apparently.
Yeah. He only
Actually going to
Mom
search
says
what
it's my turn on the
Hero
Galactus power.
Clicks is... They're just collectible minis.
Okay, I'm actually gonna Google what Giant Man looks like right now. Wow, Giant Man's kind of boring, huh?
Yeah, is he just like the big dude? Because I think his whole thing is that he just is a giant man.
I think he's just a big dude. He also has little antennas on his head.
Which is fun. I do remember seeing that in some of the like comics screenshots.
Why is he here, and why is he part of the Ant-Man like storyline?
He is part of that storyline, I think, is kind of his grouping. I think that's where he comes from. I think he's like Ant-Man's buddy or enemy. One of those.
Well, because he is married to the Wasp, apparently.
He is married to the Wasp, which is weird because I thought Ant-Man and Wasp were something, but I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think Ant-Man has like a kid, right?
Yes. But he's divorced, at least in the Paul Rudd movie.
In that funny Paul Rudd movie.
In the Paul Rudd movie. That was pretty...
And as we all know, Paul Rudd comes before canon.
It was a pretty good movie.
I didn't watch it.
It was all right. It's a fun movie theater movie.
I mean, I'll always show up for Paul Rudd.
There was that gay scene with him and like the agent.
I have
dinner
seen
scene.
that, and I cannot believe that Marvel claimed that their first gay character was in Endgame when that scene exists. Like,
Honestly,
yeah. So yeah, sorry. The merchandising. Is that it? Just all the yeah.
There's more zombie villains series, which I guess these were also characters that just weren't important enough to be mentioned on the Wikipedia page, but were also zombies, which is surprising because the first one's Deadpool. Also, Kingpin, Rhino, Green Goblin, Electro, Doc Ock, Venom, Sabretooth, and Juggernaut.
Those are all important characters.
Alongside a generic Skrull, Super Skrull, Mole Man, Morbius, that's the vampire.
I remember him.
Gladiator, Red Skull, Magneto, Doctor Doom, and a zombies team base. They're also released in the Guardians of the Galaxy set.
Were they zombies?
They weren't mentioned, but I assume since like out in space, they just kind of like got them.
I wonder if they got eaten by Galactus Spider-Man or something.
Am I right?
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that was my reaction. I feel like I have to apologize to you now.
Everybody.
Also, apparently, they use the word Z virus for their like what they called the virus, not the Marvel comics. Just that's what WizKids did. In the Versus System trading card game, they made cards. They made cards for them.
There are cards for them.
There are cards for they're trading cards for Marvel zombies, Marvel superheroes, zombies. Avi looks like he's crying for those at home.
Why did they do
You okay,
this?
bud?
No. Why did they do this?
For the monies.
That's a good explanation.
In other media, film, an undead version of Iron Man, based directly on the cover to the first issue of Marvel Zombies 2, appears as one of Mysterio's illusions in the Marvel Cinematic Universe film Spider-Man Far From Home.
That's actually really cool.
So when they're showing off like, Peter, look at Iron Man, he's dead, and it's your fault.
Yeah.
They use the like same design.
That's interesting.
Which is
That's actually kind of okay.
They also did model it really well, and it does do the same thing where like half of the suit's like missing, and there's a skeleton in there.
You know what? That's actually kind of interesting. I do
tight.
like that. That's all right. It's Jake Gyllenhaal, so I like it. I didn't watch that movie, but I appreciate
Jake Gyllenhaal did play zombie Iron Man.
And that was really brave of him.
It was really brave of him because as a man who isn't zombie Iron Man, he still brought a lot of the same representation that
I think
need.
he did a really good job for someone who's like alive and not undead, but still having to play an undead character.
Being a superhero zombie now in my day-to-day life, as we established at the beginning of the episode, and then stop talking about as my flesh has slowly decayed throughout this episode, it just means a lot that we have allies out there who would be willing to do what it takes to get our name out there.
But I really do think that undead characters should be played by, generally like undead actors,
We gotta take what we get.
I guess, yeah.
And I mean, it was a bit weird when like he used that slur that only we use.
Yeah.
That was a little I'm like questionable on that, but it's like in like historical movies where like they'll say slurs because they're evil, so I'm kind of yeah. Avi's been choking as I said all of that. In television. I didn't read this part beforehand. The Marvel Zombies series will be loosely adopted in the Marvel Cinematic Universe Disney Plus series Marvel's What If.
Wait
a
goddamn
this
minute.
Ancient thing that I picked up because it's a dead, weird, edgy thing is apparently not over yet.
The nightmare never ends.
You know how we joked midway through about Marvel's What If? Turns out
the nightmare never ends.
We go in a full circle. In a full circle.
The whole universe tends towards entropy.
I walked into this
I'm crying.
knowing a lot about a topic, and I come out having known that, quite frankly, the topic knows me.
So I'm crying.
Avi is crying. It confirmed.
It's an actual tear.
Well, I'm just gonna.
Y'all mind if I?
All right, for our listeners, I just rose out of my zombie's skin. I'm me again. It turns out when I was going through my identities, I was able to harness the power of the tapeworm, and a smaller version of myself resided inside of my zombie carapace. And now I am back to myself again.
Like one of the small Russian nesting dolls. Just like this dumpster, there's another one inside.
We've gone full circle. This has been Dumpster Dive.
What if?
Well,
I really just hate Marvel's What If. I hate that concept.
I get that. as someone who's like entirety of like writing revolves around like alternate universes and stuff, I'm not into it.
Just like make other universes. You have that power.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like, oh, what if this happened?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna climb out of this dumpster. Have another cool couple of weeks. I'll check on you in a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. See you then, bud.
See ya.